All right, so we had a question, and we're going to talk about it. Hi, that's Kat from Wing Saber Historical Fencing.
Hello there.
I'm the dork she trains with,
It's Russ.
in case you forgot. Side note, this year I was really excited. Gesellfechten added Saber, and I don't get to go. I'm going to be in Houston teaching Savate to some of my homies. So that is a prearranged thing, so I'm going to go down there and kick them, and they're going to kick me, and it's going to be a grand old time. But Saber is on the map in our part of the country. So go to Gesellfechten and hit people with sabers, and I'll try to talk some of my students into going. It'll be a real life, can they afford the gasoline kind of affair, but they'll go if they can afford it.
That's in Oklahoma, right?
Yes. With a wind come, never mind.
In October.
Yes.
Yes.
Those of you who aren't from this part of the country have no idea how many hate-filled comments I almost just got in the comments. If you know, you know. All right, so we had a question. We were talking about a drill, and it was a drill actually from our very classy historical Italo-Hungarian lightsaber club, where we had people doing peri-riposte back and forth with advances and retreats for an hour and a half or 2 hours, as is typical on Tuesdays.
Yes.
And someone who has really good footwork said, how on earth do you get people to do that much footwork? And even in our lineage, we do in fact have footwork. We have passing footwork, we have jumping footwork, we have little shuffle steps, we have things that look like lunges but aren't, because the waist is generating rotational power and the feet have to catch up. There is absolutely footwork, and we practice it. How do we do that? This thing that supposedly can't be done in human.
It's not that hard.
What? You lie. I stab you.
Oh, bleh. When your footwork is integrated with your blade work drills and you're just doing the drill and really concentrating, it's like, there it is. There's your footwork. You're practicing it.
That is way too simple. No one could ever possibly make this a fundamental part of their training culture.
Right.
What else?
I don't know. I personally think footwork is really fun and I like practicing it. So in our classical Italo-Hungarian lightsaber classes, as they practice it before the Clone Wars, we just would do footwork and people are there for it because...
Oh, we're not monetized. We can say Clone Wars. It's okay.
Come at me, Disney. No, don't.
Don't. They have too many lawyers. Keep going.
And I don't know if it's just because they're like tolerating, like, oh, okay, here we go. This is just part of class and we're going to do footwork for half an hour or an hour. Or if they genuinely like it, but it is part of the meme of the club is like, we love footwork. Footwork is awesome.
The other thing is if you're starting a HEMA club, I get to be the bad guy now. If you're starting a HEMA club, it's your frickin' club and you get to set the tone of the culture. Drillers are killers. It doesn't matter whether it's classical pedagogy, the weird Feldenkrais inspired stuff that I do that's somewhere between classical and CLA. If you're a full-on CLA nerd, your style of pedagogy matters not a darn thing. But you have the absolute right to say, okay, it's practice time. Bust out 50 advances and 50 retreats before you go pick up a weapon, and then we'll start looking at the more advanced footwork for the day. And it is absolutely doable because we've had so many videos about Sal culture and setting that culture. A willingness to drill and to work is absolutely a necessary part of your school. If you don't have it, the quality of your school will go straight into the toilet because people will not be putting the work in. So you and one other person who is physically talented will kick butt and take names, and everybody else will learn on a survival curve rather than a bell curve based on interest. And I think that's perfectly reasonable, but it does give me a bunch of funny looks, like that one. So now that I've shot my mouth off and you've given a couple of the rejoinders, what's the out of the blue way of sneaking in footwork?
I don't know.
I know you've taught a game that's specifically good for teaching footwork.
I am not a mind reader.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna save you. We're gonna put this on video anyway, and you'll have to endure humiliation and shame and stuff. Kat came up with this really cool game called dodgeball with footwork.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. You can only throw the ball with 2 hands on the lunge, and you can advance or retreat, but your feet can't cross.
So no passing steps.
No passing steps. It's important because those aren't as much energy.
But you can change directions.
Yes.
You just have to swap your lead foot. Did that make sense?
Yes, because they're not passing.
Right.
And you can perform vaults and things too, but all throws have to be on the lunge. And going after the ball, you have to advance or retreat to go get it. And you know what Cat did to us on that day? Killed us. We were so dead we could barely finish the rest of the class. Students now ask for it by name, but there's a quiet movement percolating through the school that says, could we do this at the end of class? No, we cannot.
And it's my opinion that if you start with something that's really vigorous, but doesn't take a lot of brain, then you're nice and tired, so your brain can do the more complicated drills.
Especially if you have lots of young people in your school.
Yes.
Older people have like kids and mortgages and stuff. They're tired when they show up. They don't have to worry about that. The 19 and 23-year-olds, that's a different world. They're not tired when they show up. You have to make them tired. Make them tired.
That's so sweet.
With footwork.
Yes.
All right, that's all I got. Say something really, really smart while I go over and turn the camera off. After you're done.
Footwork is also good cardio. And everybody likes cardio.
They do, especially if they're fencers.
Yes.
Ah, no, I can't focus you right. It's bouncing around. We're gonna make somebody motion sick. That's the world without footwork. You don't want to live in that world. Okay, yeah, we're really dumb tonight. So thanks for putting up with this, and don't be afraid to set the standards. Look at that arch face. She can set the standard. She will set the standard. Bye. We've got more videos and content coming, so if you liked what you saw and it was useful for you, please stab the like button, /subscribe, and punch the little bell icon so that you're notified immediately when new content comes available. Thanks, and go do the thing.